Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So this is probably the last video before my editor gets back on holiday on Monday. So, well, yeah, you just have janky old revenge. But, we do have sarcasm today. Lots and lots of sarcasm. Because the people at Shit Plus have decided to grace us with a kind of a update on the merger. Sort of, maybe, not really. So the first time we heard a rumor about this was last February. Yeah. I think I can go back to that system message and look and see exactly when they were like, we're going to merge. And then, of course, there was a strike, cough, cough, Diesel. And he said, we're going to merge. And then we got an email or some system message saying we're going to merge. And that was like 2 or 3 months ago. And now we're getting another message saying we're going to merge. So I guess I take this with a grain of salt. Now, everybody wants to merge, but keep in mind, I really, really, really strongly think that this isn't to our advantage. Whatever you have going on in your dead kingdom now, you're likely better off in that than whatever's coming soon. Because there's only 2 things these pieces of shit care about. 1, making Chinese happy. 2, making money. In that order or not in that order, I don't know, but those are the 2 things that these people care about historically, and those are the 2 things that they've wanted to do with the previous mergers. And in the previous mergers, they made Chinese people happy, but I don't know if it was profitable for them, because if it was, they probably would have kept doing it. So they have to revisit their whole, hey, let's hand select which Chinese super kingdoms to build and piss people off. That approach. Yeah, I mean, when your money comes from Western people, instead of cheating Chinese, you might want to think about it. So, with that blah, blah, blah out of the way, let's see what they're actually proposing. So, first of all, we would like to answer the most questions. It's all English. Let's just skip the shit. So, apparently, there's going to be a diplomat. And there's going to be 6 people chosen as potential diplomats. 3 people with high power. 3 people who I have no friggin' clue how they're going to pick it. They're probably going to pick it because, I don't know, whatever. Racial diversity, the token Chinese guy, the token white guy. I don't know. So there's going to be 6 candidates, whatever. So they're going to pick a diplomat, step 1. Yeah. I don't know let's read it. Based on feedback, we hope that the server merging will be able to balance these events by impacting. Okay. I don't know what this means. This is like, can individuals stay on the original server, and will the original server be retained after the merging server? They don't really seem to answer this. They kind of answer it in English. It says, based on these considerations, after the merger has completed, the data of all player will be transferred to the new server. Okay. So it looks like you're going somewhere. Where you're going? See if they answer that. When my kingdom will choose the new kingdom, will there be a list of choices, or can we choose where we want? Unlike previous server migration, we hope that this time everyone gets to choose their favorite allies. And this right here is actually why I'm bothering to make a video on it, because besides being a sarcastic smartass, I would kind of like to build a super kingdom. Now, in one of the previous messages, they said that there's going to be some constraints, in terms of power. Now, yeah, so the overall comprehensive strength score of the kingdom, the number of effective active players in the kingdom. So those 2 criteria. So how many players are going to be active, and the quote strength score. And by strength score, they're probably just going to do it on power. I mean, it's the most crude technique, but what else do you got? So, okay. Now here's going to be the question though. So in one of the previous emails, they said that the incoming kingdoms were going to be like people who had high power and historically, a strong track record of winning KVK. That seemed to be the criteria for inbound before. I don't know if that still stands and a weenie kingdom like 134 could be a host, or if two strong kingdoms can decide that they want to go together. So, I mean, if How's It and Diesel or Dama, if those guys wanted to team up, would they be able to? Or is it like, okay, those guys are all incoming, and then all the little cruft and plebs get to go to them? So, okay, I guess if the Shit Plus developers are watching this, could you clarify on that point? Like, is there going to be like cross over? Or is it going to be, incoming, outgoing only? So a little bit fuzzy on that. Well, I get to take my alliance. Now here's the one where I like to troll these guys. When is the exact time of the kingdom merger? Now remember points 1 and points 2. Make Chinese people happy, make money. Now in this case, I actually think that they're planning it for not losing money. So I don't think that a merger is going to make everybody happy, and there's definitely going to be some pissed off people. But they want your money before that happens. And by this, what do I mean? I mean that during this month, November, December, people tend to spend more. And that spending includes online spending. Maybe somebody got a gift card. Maybe you're just feeling happy because it's the end of the year and you're feeling festive. Whatever it may be. This time of the year typically ends up being people spend more money. So if they did the merger today and there was a lot of people pissed off, that means December is probably going to be a soft month. So that would hurt their money. Go back to rule number 2. Now, if they do it in January, which is historically like, there's not too much going on. People just spent all their money from Christmas. Spending is typically very low. If people are pissed off, overall, it's not going to be that big of an impact. They've got a 1 or 2 month low time that was historically low anyway, and they're just going to feed in more people into the machine in order to, just keep it going. Now, they don't touch on a point 6, and point 6 is actually more interesting to me than all this other shit combined, because point 6 is this. Okay, stupid. Kingdoms die over a period of time because the game is shit. What about all the new kingdoms? What about what happens when you created a merged kingdom and it dies? It's not like merged kingdoms will survive forever. So when is there going to be a merge after the merge? Or when is there going to be some sort of point when you start taking your marketing budget and you feed people to old kingdoms? Now, the problem with that is it's going to impact the revenue. Go back to rule number 2. So we may want to push for these idiots to do this on a regular basis? Question mark? Even quarterly? I don't know. I mean, at some point, we're going to face this again. So whatever these idiots decided to do this time, if it's successful, we probably were going to end up doing it again. And maybe you end up splitting kingdoms in half. Because when you merge, it gets too big. What do? So that's a little bit of forward-looking Shit Plus. Might want to just give it an extra thought. Because at the point when you made something too big, you've got an unmerge, or a split. So that's how you deal with imbalance. Because, the merge probably isn't going to be perfect. So how do you fix that? So you need some sort of remedy in there? Otherwise this just looks like the US election and it's just a big shit show. So, yeah. But anyway, the people I would love to play with, frankly speaking, Adama, who I think is probably not ever going to play with me in a million years, one. How's it? I'd love to play with you. We had a lot of fun. Me and my alliance had a lot of fun playing with you that match about a year ago against Coco. Great teamwork. Seemed like an awesome guy. Surprise, surprise, I'd love to play with Diesel. Him and I have, crossed that bridge of animosity, and we have friendly conversations. I don't mind talking to him. Demo and his kingdom, I think Demo retired a long time ago, but all the people in his kingdom, I think, from what I know, they're all great people. I've had, a number of close friends in that kingdom. So, cool. In terms of people I haven't had much interaction with, but I've heard good things about you, Zoro, you know, I'm going to send you a message and say, hey, what's the chances of playing together? Big Papa, I've heard good things about you. If there's other, you know, strong players, people who have, positive gameplay attitudes, and you want to play together, let's make a list because I think this is happening whether we want it to or not. And yeah, we might as well try and make the best of it because we all know that if we don't like make super alliances, we are absolutely going to get like just shit on by the Chinese. So yeah, because I mean they're organized, and it's not really their fault they're organized. But yeah, they're a lot more organized than us, and so there we go. Anyway, this is my. I guess it's not as much sarcasm as I wanted to. I really wanted to just lay it on there, just like a big, thin, frosty cake, but no, it didn't work out. So this is what we get. Anyway, love you guys, and drop comments below about who you'd want to maybe merge with. What are your plans? What are your ideas, your thoughts? So, okay. Love you guys, and bye-bye for now.